Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on my channel. For most of you this will be a first time video because I am doing an update on the server, the spawners update that has just released upgradable spawners. Let's get right into it. So first thing to know that there's going to be two different types of spawner upgrades. There's going to be the traditional one, which is what all spawners are going to have, and then there's going to be the upgrading of the spawner mob itself, which is going to be for select spawners, and currently is only for Iron Golem spawners. We will be covering the basic spawner upgrades right now. So for basic spawner upgrades, the spawner process is exactly the same as usual. You just place down the spawner, and it spawns as intended. On placement, they get set to level 0, and when you break them, they get reset back to level 0 as well. So if you want to get a big spawner upgraded, or a cow, wolf, or enderman, whatever spawner you need to upgrade, it's very simple. All you do is shift right-click, and it pulls up the GUI. Within the GUI, you just click on the upgrade spawner icon, and from there, it will upgrade the spawner, provided you have the required amount of money for the upgrade. In the GUI, you will notice 3 icons which will do certain things with certain information that is needed for the spawner to be upgraded, as well as to know what the upgrades do. There is a couple like spelling errors, mistakes, as well as capitalization that could be fixed, and it will be fixed in due time. However, the actual upgrading process is already fixed and it's all working 100%. The only thing that is not working would be just, like I said, visual bugs, capitalization, some things that don't look professional, basically. So with each spawner, it has the 3 items in the GUI, and you'll have the spawner here, which shows you the current level, as well as the spawn rate, the worth of the spawner, and then the spawn amount. Location is just extra information that was needed for me, so that I could work on the plugin and make it easier for me to make it run efficiently. In the middle is to upgrade the spawner. It tells you the current cost, and then the last one is next level, which shows you the next level of the spawner, as well as the spawn rate of the next level, as well as the spawn amount of the next level. And it also tells you the level type, as well as the cost again. So this is just kind of a recap of this one, just to make it easier, but to make it look a little bit nicer, right? And as I said before, each spawner will have the exact same GUI, except with a few variables changed, like the type, which is going to be wolf spawner for wolf, obviously, enderman for enderman, so on and so forth. Worth/cost of the spawners is calculated based off of the spawner value in /shop, and this will be the same worth/value that will be added to ftop value as soon as that is implemented. So with spawners here, as you can see, you can figure out the worth based off of the shop value, and if you want, I'll throw up the equation on the screen real quickly here on how to calculate the upgrade based off of the level, the worth of the spawner, and I believe that's it. Yeah, just level and the worth, and that's how you calculate the upgrade. Let's go ahead and upgrade the spawners and show you how it works. It's very simple. All you have to do is have the required amount of money, and then you just click on upgrade. If you are satisfied with that upgrade choice and you want to upgrade it, go ahead. If not, you do not have to. It just will be the basic spawner. So upgrading, very simple. Just click to upgrade, and it upgrades. It'll automatically refresh your inventory and correct it as needed. If other players are in the GUI as well while you upgrade, it will refresh their inventory as well. So this is a good thing to prevent players from accidentally both trying to upgrade at the same time, causing them to lose money. So the max level for the basic spawner types is at level 5. You can't level it up from level 5 to 6. It'll tell you that it's the max, and it'll look at like this. So as you can see, for next level, it says it's max. I will probably have to change this a little bit because that does provide a misconception thinking that you have to max out the spawner again, but we'll just put it at probably NA or something to show that there is no level 6 for the spawner, and that level 5 is actually max. Again, I'll be updating this to make it look more professional, but besides that, everything is as is with the spawner. So if you try to upgrade it when it's at maxed, you can click on it, and it'll say, this is already maxed, and it'll be like that for every spawner type. Alrighty, so in attempts to upgrade the spawner when you don't have enough money, it'll do the same thing, as well as tell you how much money you do need for the upgrade. Okay, so these spawners are done. We'll go over the Iron Golem spawner next, which is what some additional spawners will be turning into as the time progresses. I was thinking, well, we'll get that more into those later when they do get released. So Iron Golem spawner is like the other ones. The amounts are the same, using the same formula and everything. However, it doesn't cap out at level 5. Once it reaches level 5, it can still continue to go to level 5 to 6, and we'll go into that in just a moment. Upgrading is the same. Hefty amount of money though, because it is an Iron Golem spawner. We're at level 5, and then for the level 6 upgrade, as you can see here, it costs money. There is no max, and here you can see that the spawner upgrades into a Silverfish spawner. This is going to be for select spawners, currently only for Iron Golem spawner, but this will upgrade to Silverfish, and then it'll reset the spawn rate and the spawn amount back to the typical level 0 of spawner, except for this case, it's going to become a Silverfish. So once you do upgrade it, it turns into a Silverfish, which will drop gold on death, which will become very useful for factions who are trying to build up more of a better mob farm. And it doesn't just stop at Silverfish, of course. It goes as you can continue upgrading. Of course, it does start to cost quite a bit of money per upgrade, but it will be a very nice gold sink for factions who have a lot of income coming in. Alrighty, we'll upgrade it one more time. And as you can see, once it reaches level 11 to 12, it'll turn into a witch spawner. So we'll upgrade it really quickly here. Oh, I do not have enough money. Right, there we go. Now it's a witch spawner, witches will be dropping emeralds on death. And then, again, this is not the max just yet, because you can still continue upgrading until it reaches the villager spawners. And then after that, you'll be able to upgrade the spawn rate as well as the spawn amount to max. And then it'll cap there. There'll be no additional upgrades past the villager spawner at max level, at the max spawn rate and the max spawn amount. The spawn rate and the spawn amount are the exact same as levels 0 through 5 of each spawner. It is just repeating itself as it is a new spawner type for each thing. Like I said, it's a type of gold sink as well as a way to earn more money from one specific spawner. Now, the issue with the spawners is when you do try to break them, it will give you an Iron Golem spawner back. So just keep that in mind, as well as you will not receive any money back. So rating, same concept. It was a little buggy in terms of how to get the spawner type, so you might get a Silverfish, Witch, or Villager spawner. However, upon clicking on the item, or upon trying to put the item in AH or whatever, it'll automatically turn back into Iron Golem spawner. So do keep this in mind. If you do see the spawner, it is not a bug, it is just something that I couldn't fix directly at the time. And if I do find a fix for it, I will be sure to implement it as soon as possible. So yeah, all spawners are like this. The moment you break them, they lose their spawner type. Even if you tried placing them back in the same spot or that spot, they will still lose the amount of money that you spent in them. So if you end up placing your spawners down, I suggest you keep them there if you start upgrading them, because otherwise you will lose money. So keep that in mind when you are upgrading your spawners. And that is it for this video. If you guys have any questions, suggestions, or comments, please hit me down below in the comments or hit me up on Discord. Prefer the YouTube comments though, so it shows interactions, of course. Smack the like button if you appreciate this update. If you don't, tell me why down below in the comments, and I'll try to change it if it's well deserved. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you on the next episode. Adios. Have a time. Let's play. Peace.